Hey guys, so we're back to review our second beer from the Royal Reserve set by Ommegang for their Game of Thrones special editions. Have you? I've had quite a few from the previous versions. Didn't agree with some of them, but I was really looking forward to this set because the Royal Reserve was supposed to be obviously something that you would give to a queen or a king at the time. The second beer we're going to be tasting is the Mother of Dragons. This is a smoked porter blended with a Kriek ale. Now,
I love Kriek. Love Kriek.
Me and my wife, we both like Krieks. I also love porters.
Sets the bar pretty high.
It sets the bar pretty high. It's coming in at a 6.6 alcohol content per volume. Really interested to try this one. Smoked porter, and we'll see how it goes. Again, this one is also retired, as is the entire 4 beers out of the set. I do wish you luck finding them. You can find them online for more than they're actually worth. Sometimes you can go to your local beer, not necessarily distributor, but like a beer depot kind of place that sells multitudes of craft beers. Depending on where you're watching, of course. You know, per state laws, you guys have odd ways of selling beers, but beside the point.
Curious, do you think your state has the strictest state laws? I was actually a wine guide for a little while, so I know some of the alcohol laws, but not all of them. We live in New York, so we have semi-strict laws, but really not nearly as bad as some others. That's beautifully dark.
That is beautiful.
You can have the first sip of this one. I'm going to try to read the description like I did before.
Alright, looking at that color, that is really, really dark. Definitely has the hint of, you do get that little bit of red in there. But you probably won't get that on the camera. It's more when you hold it up to the light. You cannot see through that. That is definitely a very dark one. Let's see how this smoked porter goes with the Kriek.
So it says Mother of Dragons, a beer for Daenerys? I don't know. Daenerys?
Again, one of the characters on Game of Thrones, of which we have not watched. Yes, belittle us, castrate us here.
Is a richly complex blend of smoked porter and Belgian Kriek. It pours a deep ruby brown with alluring aromas of tart cherry, dark roast, and hints of smoke.
Upon aroma, you do get the cherry in there. You do also get the smoked porter in there.
I can smell the smoked porter right away.
That's very prominent. The blend is actually done very well. It's not quite cellar temperature. It's actually a little bit above. It's more closer to a room temp, unfortunately, as that will change the taste in it. I was interested because I've never really liked smoked much of anything as far as drinking goes, and this, it's interesting. It's not a terrible smoked porter. It's not obviously the best drink I've ever had.
I feel like it's very cherry Kriek forward, and then it falls into that porter nicely.
You do get the Kriek ale. Kriek ale is cherry ale. It is literally an ale made of cherries. That is actually more forefront, and the smoked porter is definitely
A finisher.
a finish.
Very, very smooth, easy to drink. I really like this one.
It's pretty good.
I mean, you've had more experience with the smoked beers than I have, so I can't really say how I feel about them as much, but you know I love a porter and I love a Kriek. So, I really like this one.
Well, I've still got to give a final determination on it, but so far, I mean, it's not doing bad. It's definitely not outstanding by any means, but it's definitely not bad. Per price point value, I would go ahead and say it's probably worth it, but I'll let you know in my final review. So, down to our final review after taking the glass. Now, again, I'm really big on dark beers. I do enjoy Krieks. I do enjoy blends of them, as far as Kriek blends. I really wish I knew what the percentage was of the Kriek that they put into the smoked porter.
It wouldn't surprise me to find that it was between 45 and 55, right? Because it seems like a pretty fair split.
I don't know. I mean, you can still get a really decent Kriek taste from even 10% or lower. It's so. Again, I really wish that I knew what the percentage was on that. I'll see if I can find that. If I can find that, I'll throw that down in the description. Upon final review, it is very Kriek forward, and it is more of an American porter style rather than a British porter style. And being a smoked porter, you do get that smoky flavor. It's not overwhelming. It's not in any way detracting from the Kriek blend. It actually adds to it in such a way that you taste the Kriek front and forward, and as it washes through on your palate, you get that smoky porter flavor.
I think that's a fair assessment. I don't know, it blends down beautifully. It's so potent and cherry when you first drink it, and it hits that smoky note and just mellows out with a nice porter. This is a very, very good, and for me, a very dangerous beer. It's a good thing it's sold out. I know.
Yeah, it blends perfectly. They did a very good job with this blend.
So out of the two, which is your favorite so far?
Out of the two, my favorite so far does have to be the Kriek with the porter blend being the Mother of Dragons. Just because I had some issues with the sour blonde Belgian style. Now I still wouldn't by any means give this 5 Elvin bread review, but it's still a very good beer.
I'm gonna say 4.
You know, 4?
I'm gonna give that a 4 Elvin bread.
I think I see. I want to say 3.5, but I think I'll go ahead and I'll say we're gonna go with a 3.7 Elvin bread on this.
All right. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is the Mother of Dragon from the Royal Reserve collection of Ommegang, with their Game of Thrones adaptation or intertwining, whatever. And again, it is retired, so good luck finding it. We probably have over 300 to 400 beers that we've already done that have not been publicly reviewed. We may go back
So
over
sad.
those. I know that's just terrible.
We've some of the beers in our collection are absolute favorites. We have ones that they don't make anymore, not just like this. They make variations of it.
Or, you'll get the anniversary beers or the very specialty beers. One of which being we actually had last night and the night before, which was the by Stone Brewery, and it was their Woot Stout. They make that once a year. I can review that at another time.
I'm sure over the course of time we can show you our collection and just give basic touch notes on them.
However, I thank you for watching. Again, this is our brew channel of the From a Basement on the Shire.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And do not drink underage, and do not buy any drinks for anyone underage. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe, and I'm going to have multiple channels across the From a Basement on the Shire channel, and I hope to bring you some excellent content, as well as, of course, some beer review. So feel free to subscribe, go ahead and like the video, leave some comments about how we suck as far as not seeing Game of Thrones yet.
No shame. Yeah. Let us know what kind of beers you want to see us review. If we can get our hands on it, we will.
Yeah, leave your comments below, and we will see if we can get that. Stay classy.